These are both 3D embossing folders from Sizzix. One is the regular sized roses 3D embossing folder and one is the mini roses 3D embossing folder. In order to use a 3D embossing folder in my Big Shot, I open my multi-purpose platform with the top tab open and I use one of the cutting plates. Every time I use a 3D embossing folder, I mist both sides of the paper lightly so that it moistens the paper fibers and it helps them go into the grooves of the 3D embossing folder a little bit better. I also roll it back and forth a couple times just to really press that paper into there. Because I moistened the paper, once I have it out of my machine, I like to set it aside to completely dry before I continue on working with different techniques for a project. I love the extra texture and detail you get from 3D embossing folders. The mini roses embossing folder is about half the size of the regular folder. The sheet of paper I have here is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I did the same size for the first one as well, and you can see it's about half of that. Once again, I'm going to put it with the same stacking in my Big Shot machine, rolling it back and forth a couple times just to make sure to really press that paper into those grooves. And typically it doesn't shoot out of the machine like that, but you can tell that there was a bit of pressure. I love that Sizzix created the 2 different sizes of the same embossing folder, so you can choose whichever one works best for the scale of the project that you're creating. And these are a great base for adding different inks and mediums.